Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. So, big day today, being April 19th, 2022. Giants has released a few things, one expected, one not expected. So the expected item here is precision farming. So you can see, just installed precision farming. So I'm taking a look at this for the first time. So it looks like they've added some information within the game, which is really nice. So I'm not going to go into these in incredible detail, but certainly this variable seed rate, for example, is a new addition with FS22, and so it's pretty nice here. They've got a chart of what the seeding will look like. So in loamy sand and silty clay, for example, wheat's going to be high, and in the better soil types, sandy loam and loam, it drops down a bit. So it looks pretty standard across the crops. Canola is just standard, low, and standard. So definitely some things to look at there. The environmental score is also something that's new. So you can see we're going to see a chart here that basically looks at both our nitrogen, which is our fertilization rate, our pH value, which is the lime, how we're controlling weeds, if we've done soil sampling, and if we've done any tillage or plowing. So they give you quite a bit of detail here. So it looks like, you can get 30, 15, 30, 15, and then up to 10. Would that be right? So 30, 15, 45, and then, 45, 90, 10. That gives you the score of 100. So that gives us that capability there. Some of these other things, we're already in FS19, but there may be some changes until we get some gameplay under our belt. It's going to be something that's going to be a little more challenging to determine. So with precision farming, we're also going to get some additional equipment. So these Isaria tools should be familiar, especially the Scout, if you've used precision farming in FS19. This is what you need to take soil samples. This is a crop sensor that, as you can see, you can measure real nitrogen uptake of the crop to apply more precise fertilizer rates. So you'll see to go ahead and implement both of these, you're going to need basically a little over $40,000 of investment. There's also a new John Deere power sprayer, this R732i power spray, which will allow you to take advantage of the variable spray. This begs the question of, will other sprayers function appropriately, or do you need to buy the ones that come with precision farming? So that's something that certainly I have on my list to go ahead and test in the future. Okay, there's also a Cote Garant, which comes with the precision farming DLC. It's a slurry tanker, which again, manure spreading, variable manure spreading is available. So the question once again becomes, these are very similar. Could you use either and get the benefit, or do you need to go to this version to go ahead and get the variability? You also have some additional sheds which you can place, which provide RTK signals. This will work when you're using AI helpers. So you've got a building with an RTK base station, or you've got a shed with an RTK base station that you can use for precision farming as well. So you'll also notice here they list a John Deere Gator and an Isaria Pro Compact. I've not been able to find exactly where those are, what they are, but they're here according to the announcement. And then, as you can see, as we said, environmental score, crop sensors, which will allow you to then set the different crops and variable rate seeding, weed control, and manure fertilizing are the additions for precision farming in FS22. Now keep in mind, precision farming is available as a DLC. You have to actually pull it down as content. It isn't an automatic update. Now, additionally, the unexpected thing that came down today was patch 1.4. Aside from fixing a lot of bugs and things that you can go and look at the information on to see if they pertain to you, and we'll take a look at some key ones at the end of this video, they've introduced some new equipment for us. So we've got 7 new pieces of equipment, 5 of which are here in the form of a new brand, Salic, which is a Czech manufacturer. So you can see we've got a mulcher, we've got a small tipper trailer. So this actually is helpful, and even cost-wise, it's a great option. In my survival series, I had to go look for a small trailer. This actually would have worked and is not a bad price, and now is just included as part of the game. You've got a subsoiler, a disc harrow, and finally a very small plow that's less than half a meter. So again, if you're looking for small farming, pieces of equipment supported in-game without going out to have to look for separate mods, these are available to you today in the update. Additionally, a new class tractor, the Zerion 5000-4500, has been added as part of this update. And finally, if you've got the need for an electric forklift, this one was in game already. This is a new addition as of the new update as well. So a little thinner profile. Looks like it might be a high lift as well. So you can take a look at this. So as far as the changes and improvements in the patch, you can see here that it's really a lot of fixes to how vehicles behave. It's fine-tuning. So headers tilted after the AI has finished the job, front hubs on the class Lexion 8900, slurry effects, working on uneven terrain with a vector, improved axle alignment, replaced the wheels with new BKT tires. So, just kind of tweaks and so forth. Nothing significant and major that's jumping out to me. But once again, if these are pieces of equipment you use or situations you run into here, for example, allow crossplays not being saved in the server browser, a rare issue, but again, joining password protected servers if you're having trouble with that. So take a look at this. This comes down. You'll notice if you're on Steam like I am, that you're then able to just pull that down this morning and get moving along. And I'm not sure on other platforms if the timing is different, but hopefully you'll see it. So for those less familiar with precision farming, this is not going to be a tutorial. I'll do something to explain precision farming in more detail in the future. But you're going to get this new icon in your menu that is specific for precision farming. You can see the new environmental score. We don't have any soil sampling, so as it talks about in the lab, there's nothing there. And because we haven't done anything on any of our fields, we don't know what the situation is. But you can see you're going to have map types here, just as you do on the general map that give you information. So this is about pH. This is lime-based. Nitrogen is going to be your fertilizer. Your yield, as you pull crops off the field, you're going to start to see what yield you're getting from 50% down to 125, or up to 125. The seed rate, which is new for FS22, and then the soil types. And also this includes if you've taken soil samples. So again, I'll explain a lot of that in later videos. Within the general map, if you're buying fields, what precision farming gives you is it gives you some additional info of the soil distribution and then your expected yield. So before you spend money on a field, you can see that field 19, for example, has a positive yield, whereas if you go over here to field 25, you can see there's actually a detrimental effect based on the soil. So you'll be able to make those kind of decisions and get that kind of information as you click around. So you can see 32, 100% loamy sand is the estimation there, and so therefore a big drop in yield potential. But then right next door, across the street, a lot more sandy loam, no loamy sand at all, and you've got a swing of basically 25% of yield potential. So that could be significant on fields that are somewhat similar in size. So again, not meant to be a tutorial, but hopefully gives you a little bit of an understanding of the type of things precision farming opens up for you to consider. So hopefully that gives you a quick understanding of what's available for you. But again, precision farming is something I know I've certainly been waiting for. I'm excited to see it's here. Hopefully in multiplayer gameplay I look at and enjoy in FSN that we'll get it shortly. But beyond that, certainly probably be at least playing around with it a little bit And if I've got anything worthwhile to share, I'll certainly be posting some additional videos about it on the channel so that folks can understand that if they've never used it before. I'll see you next time.